Hey everyone, and happy Sunday. It's that time of the week again. It is time to look at my week in review in my Faux Hobonichi journal. And today, no rain. In fact, we haven't had any rain in 3 days. Well, I'll take that back. In 2 days. Yesterday morning it rained really early, but I was out of town. I was up in Gainesville visiting my daughter. So when I've been here, it has not been raining. So I'm going to count that as no rain. But it's gorgeous today here in Florida. The high today was in the mid 70s. I'll have all my windows and doors open, so you may hear the pool running in the background. But let's take a look at my Faux Hobonichi week in review. Okay, so as soon as it will focus, this was Sunday. There's my bridge photo here, and there's a picture of Eden. And if you're wondering why she has this silly little headband with a hat on, it's because a friend of ours completed the Ironman half, the half Ironman in Augusta, Georgia. So this was Eden congratulating Katie, who's also works with my husband, and Eden goes to Katie's office and hangs out with her sometime. And we had a birthday party. We had Jack's 7th birthday. He's one of my best friends. It's her son. And so we went up there for his party. And there's my bridge photo. And you can get a little closer. Let's see, there we go. Alright, so that was my Sunday. Monday was a typical day. This is Eden in Publix grocery store, which is our local grocery store. We were on Puppy Watch Countdown on Monday, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get to it. But if you look closely, you can see this picture here. This is Sarasota Magazine, and Southeastern Guide Dogs is on the cover of their annual giving edition. It's the biggest edition of the year, and Freya was posing in front of the Sarasota Magazine, and she thinks she is just as cute, if not cuter, than the puppy, and I tend to agree with her. And here, I was very excited. I got home, had a great mail day. I had purchased a purple personal Malden from a girl on Facebook, and it was brand new. She'd never used it, and I just love it, and that's my photo for that day. Tuesday, we had rain and sun, and it was just a regular day, but this was also the last day of September, and just kind of recapping what was going on. I watched the finale, or the finale was coming up of Top Chef Duels tomorrow night. I was recording Nashville, reminding myself to record Nashville so I could watch it later, and then we were making plans to go out to Jose's Cuban restaurant, and that was no pictures today. I didn't really take any that I thought I needed to take, and didn't put any in here, so it was just mainly a day of just writing stuff down. So now we're on to October, and I've got a little note here to decorate for October, and I don't know if I'm going to just decorate it or make a calendar or what, but I wanted to leave that page blank since it kind of bookends September. And this is the beginning of October. This is Wednesday, October the 1st, and it was just a typical work day. I am prepping kids for our FCAT prep at school, FCAT test, which the makeups are October. So if you are a high school 10th, 11th, or 12th grader and you've not passed it, you have to retake it, and the retakes are next week. So I was prepping for that, and I ended up leaving one location to go back to another location because Tillman, their kids are actually testing on Monday. The Harley kids aren't testing until the following week, so I went up to give Tillman kids a little extra help. And on the way back in, my husband was working from home, so I stopped at McDonald's and got him some lunch and didn't tell him. And when I came in the door, it scared him because all he heard was the door slam, and not realizing I was coming home, he come run out of his office a little bit scared, and we are still on puppy watch as of Wednesday. Thursday, which was the 2nd, it was sunny this day. It was hot, actually. It was upper 80s. But I took a photo of my iced tea and my planner, which is my Filofax. It's my orange one. You can see it. You can see it in the background there. But I didn't have any tea. I didn't have any time to make any. But I got to school and found some English breakfast tea in the pantry. So I brewed it up in the coffee pot and put it over ice, and it worked for me. And then we went to Jose's Real Cuban Food Restaurant, which was actually featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives a couple of years ago. And then I just drew the Cuban flag down here. And I was feeling like fall, even though it didn't feel like fall here, and just added some orange washi tape. And Friday the 3rd, this was an exciting day for us. We woke up to the news that Freya had her puppies, and Freya had 7 beautiful yellow labs, and here's the paw prints for her. So the first one was a girl, the second was a boy, the third and the fourth were a boy, the fifth was a girl, the last 2 were boys. And she started labor about 8 o'clock the night, or 11 o'clock the night before. Her water broke around 4, and the first puppy was born shortly thereafter. And she'd had all her puppies by a little after 8 o'clock, and that was information that they gave us from the school, because she's not here whelping. She's actually at Southeastern Guide Dogs. So we were so excited. She's finally had her puppies. She had a little trouble with the last one, but they all seem to be doing just fine. And this was also my half day at work. I left early and went up to UF to visit my daughter, and here you can see I drew UF in the UF colors. And my daughter is a producer for WUFT for the newscast at the 6 o'clock hour, and this is the news kids getting ready for the newscast. This is a shot into the control room, or I'm sorry, into the newsroom. And then this is a shot of the control room, and this is my daughter right here. She's the producer, and she got her headset on, and she is barking orders to everybody about what to do. Now you will notice that these are not my normal pictures. I am out of paper for my little printer, so I just printed these on my regular printer and put them in there. So that's exciting. So that was a day we've been waiting for. Freya had her puppies, and they all seem to be doing great. We get to see them on Monday, so we're excited about that. Saturday I was still in Gainesville, and this was a mommy-daughter day, and it was fast and furious because I ended up leaving about 3, but there's a photo that needs to go here that I didn't print from breakfast. You can see that, so I just made a note here to put it in here when I get it printed. And then we headed to Starbucks, and I don't know if you can really tell, but it was funny. The lady asked me my name, and I said Christy, and she says, how do you spell that? I said, or you can just put Mom. So she put Mom on there. And then she took Amanda's order, and Amanda said, well, you could put daughter. And then Julian took his order, and she said, well, you can put son-in-law. So if you look closely, you might can see it, but you can really see it really well on my Instagram feed. So you can find me on Instagram at Christy Clark, and you can see this picture. So it was kind of funny. I took a picture of that. And then Amanda and Julian had to go and give a quick presentation at a workshop for high school students. So I went and hung out at UF for a while, for about an hour. And then after that, Julian went off to watch the football game with friends. And Amanda and I went shopping and went to our favorite place. We went to Sephora. And these are just some things I purchased. I didn't get the Mac at Sephora. I got it at Macy's there in Gainesville. But I bought some Hourglass powder, some new foundation, and then this is a MAC lipstick, which is called New York Apple. It's a kind of a sheer red. It's really pretty. But that was my week in review. I think this is week 5, and I haven't quite decided if I want to title Journal Flip Week 5 or start over with Journal Flip October week 1, or just keep it in sequential weeks. But if you have a suggestion or an idea or a preference, just list it in the comments below. Thank you everyone for my new subscribers, and to all of you who leave comments. I really enjoy reading everybody's comments. If you have a YouTube channel and you'd like me to check you out, please put your channel handle in the description box, and I'll go check you guys out as well. And sorry, I just looked up, and too bad I couldn't get this on video, but there was a guy walking down the street with a dachshund in a baby carriage. The things you see here in Florida. If I see them again, I'll get it on video. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great one, guys. Bye.